What is going on, everyone? I am going to predict what Premiership rugby table for 2024, 2025, 26 is going to look like after 5 games. So we're on round one. So Sale have brought in some neat players. Gloucester have brought in a heck of a lot of players. I think Gloucester on the rise, but Sale, obviously that's going to be an interesting, good feisty open day fixture. Sale have had pretty solid atmosphere last season, I think. It was at least pretty solid. So, uh, opening day fixture, I think it's going to go with Sale. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think, but Sale are just going to pull it away. I'm going to say 25. I'll do 21. I'll go with that. Or like 21. Yeah, I'll go with 21. That seems about reasonable. Then on a Newcastle versus Saracens, our opening game. Newcastle have just been absolutely robbed of all of their best players by other clubs. You've got to feel for Steve Diamond because he has got absolutely nothing to work for. You know, Newcastle's meant to be bought by Red Bull. So I'm surprised there's absolutely no signings. There's like one signing and it's not particularly of note. And they've lost all of their best players. So I fully expect them to finish absolute rock bottom, probably with a worse record than last season. And that was pretty terrible. So I'm just going to say I never like predicting my team to win, but it's a bit far. It's far off. I'm going to make an exception. We've made some nice signings. However, I'm not sure it's the best considering what everyone else is bringing in. So that is a bit of an issue, but it will not be for this game. I say we've yet to have pre-season yet, obviously, so we don't know how we're going to perform. But I'm going to go with you'd hope about a 54, I say we'll score, and Newcastle. I genuinely think they'll score like, let's say, 12. I'm going to give them 12. It's the first match. It's bound to be a bit rusty. Obviously, we're going to rest the internationals as usual, but not looking good for Newcastle. So we've got the Scum versus Bath. Bath have brought in some really neat signings that make them pretty actually quite hard to beat. They're a bit they already had a pretty solid squad. However, I think the reason why they ran away with the league was because everyone else was so incompetent. They somehow won a bloody treble somehow with that team. But Harlequins, they brought in, what's him? Oh, that Argentine. He's very good, he is. That'll be a really good signing for him. But I think it's going to be tight. Harlequins. Ooh, first game of the season. I'm going to go 32. It's going to be high scoring. 32 to 26. I'm going to go with 32-26. It's going to be high scoring into win, I think. But I think the defences that they were really good. The defences both teams last season, so I'd imagine they keep that up. On the Northampton Exeter. Northampton brought in some neat signings. Exeter have massively improved, but obviously Northampton have the spirit. They've even got Lions players. They've got 2 Lions players. They might even have more. Can't remember, but that goes to testament that they do have talent, and they got the confidence, I think. However, I want to say maybe Holiday. Obviously, the 2 players on the Lions tour are obviously not going to get rested. I think they've got some on the England tour as well. A lot less than Exeter do. But they still get plenty of time of not playing anyway, so I'm not sure that will be of relevance. So I'm going to go with a bit of an underdog, underdog. I'm going to go with the away team to win. I'm going to go with, let's go with 28, 2019 in fact. I think Northampton are going to start early and then they're going to bounce in later in the season, I think. I think that's what they're going to do. So, we have Bristol, Leicester. So, Leicester brought in some solid players. Bristol have made some brilliant signings, I think. Could probably bring them up, but what am I going to go with this? I'm going to go... Oh, do you know what? I feel like it's going to be an epic, but, low scoring. Relatively low scoring. I'm going to go... I doubt it'll be a draw. I'm going to go 19. 19 on that. So that is round 1 done. Just going to add that to the table and then we'll be back for round 2. Right, so now on to round 2. As you can see, got the table all here. We're top. Get in. So we're going to go Bath Sale. I think... I'm going to have a Sale win, I'm going to go with 22 and 19 again. 22-19, I think, to Sale. We've got Exeter Newcastle, plain and obvious. They're going to get absolutely annihilated. And they're going to score like 3 points. Do you know what? I feel like Steve Diamond will get a score win. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I'll give him 8. Leicester versus Scum. This tends to be a draw for whatever reason. I'm going to go with 21. 21. Because why not? Samson's Bristol. Hate predicting for my own team to win. Do I think we are going to win? Nah, we're not going to win. We're going to be too inconsistent, I think. It is going to be a frustrating 25-34, I think. Our first time game. I think it's going to be a bit of a stinker. Poor defence. I think that's going to happen. So we're going to have then Gloucester, Northampton. Gloucester, Northampton. I'm going to say Gloucester. I feel like, obviously, that's their first home game of the season. Like you'd expect on a home game of the season, particularly at King's Arm, it's going to be a bit feisty. It's going to be everyone's going to be excited. It should be good. Hopefully, hopefully, don't know why I care about them, but it will probably be a bit of a crowd element to it. Gloucester, they'll be nice and physical. I think they'll play some good rugby. For like Northampton, they might just send them packing. I'm going to go with 36 to 21. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So now, I'm going to go into round 3 quickly before I add up the points on that. Because I think I was going to spend more time if I do that. Sale, Newcastle. I'm going to go... what am I on about? I'm going to go with... It's going to be an absolute demolition. 75. I think they won't score a thing. It's going to be absolute demolition. It is not looking good for Newcastle. They are in the mud. Absolutely in the ice all day. Albeit they could, unless they turn it around in the transfer market, get some really good signings. In fact, they got to get a whole lot of signings. They essentially need an entire new squad. And even if they do get a whole new squad, they still got to develop with each other. They've got to play games together. And even still, if they do get a good squad, they just get tons of good players in there. They're still, I don't think they'll win any of their first 3. They're just going to, I think it's going to be too difficult for them. But obviously, if they get new squads, they're not going to be absolutely battered, but I don't think they'll win. Anyway, Bristol, Exeter, bit of a derby. This is derby weekend. I'm absolutely going to that fixture, 100%. I'm getting a ticket so that as soon as I come on sale, I'm getting that. I'm not missing that. Anyway, Bristol, Exeter. I'm going to go with... I'm going to say Bristol. Bristol win. Let's go with 27. I think the teams aren't going to be as inconsistent and poor defensively this season, because they are really... A lot of the league just had really poor quality defending, and you just sort of see... And really low work rate. It's just like teams get absolutely ripped open easily, and that's just not really how it's meant to be. I feel like that's going to be a focus for all sorts of teams, getting consistency and good defence. Because only really Bath really had a 100% consistent defence. Everyone else had solid defences, but they weren't spectacular by any means, because there was always massive cricket scores. But anyway, so I'm going to go with 20... Nah, I'm going to go with 19. 19, I'll go with it. Northampton, Leicester. Oh, got the feisty derby. I don't know why I'm getting surprised at these being derbies. This is the derby weekends. Northampton, Leicester. Got to go with home win, I think. Yeah, I'll go with an home win. If I'm honest, whenever I'm just choosing on these, it is a bit just like throw the coin, if I'm honest. Northampton, Leicester. Oh, whoops. My screen's gone black here. The connection has gone, and that's a bit annoying. I'll be back in a sec. The cable power went loose, that's a bit annoying. Got to fix up the screen recording versus the audio near the end there. So Northampton, I'm going to go, should be a tight derby. I'm going to say 19. 14. It's not going to be spectacular. It is going to be really gritty, and that is what I like, and that's what you expect from a derby day. Bath, Gloucester. I think there's going to be a demolition, you know. I was on about how there's going to be good defences, but in a derby day, anything happens. I'm going to say 38. It's 19. I choose 19 too much when I got 15. I feel like it's going to be an absolute bozo performance from Gloucester. / just a really good one from Bath. I feel like that's inevitable. Then Scum v Saracens. I will never predict my team to win, ever. Well, I did it up in this. In advance, I will. I am not predicting a derby or important match win, ever. Aim high, expect low. So, I'm gonna still go realistic though. If it was to lose, it would probably be 32 to 29. I'm gonna go with that. So that is round 3. I'm gonna update the table. Right, so back on to round 4. As you can see, we have unfortunately dropped down to 5th. It's really annoying. I did not like being 5th all the last season, because you're not quite in there, you're not quite out there. That is a bit annoying. I would rather avoid that this season. So hopefully I can get proved wrong on this, but I never like predicting for my own team to win. Just feels like Sod's Law. Anyway, on Gloucester, Bristol. Another derby. I'm going to go with... I'm just going to go with Gloucester. No particular reason. 34... 27. I'm going to go with... Then Newcastle, Northampton. We're going to go with... I'm going to go with... I think this one will be a bit tighter. I feel like Northampton will be fine in their form. I don't think they'll be in a splash. I'm going to go with 18. Steve Diamond's a great coach. 36. Leicester Bath. Oh, that's a derby. Well, it's not a derby. It's a rivalry. Leicester Bath. Let's go with... I'm going to go Bath. 27. I do hope the defences are better, but I was leaning on doing 30 now, just because, I don't know, I hope defences are better. It's a bit boring when everyone just runs through each other. Let's go with 23. I'm going to go with 23-27. Nice, good derby, let's say. Saracens, Sale. Who wins this? When I feel like we've got to find this this form. Got to find form at this point. We will have. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, all of our players will be returning and they'll be match fit. So I'm gonna go with 32. 21. Nah, 19. I'm going to go with 19. It's going to be a really good performance. Really good. It's going to be a solid performance, is what I'm going to say on that. Exeter Harlequins. Even. I'm going to say 25. 21. Yeah, 25-21. Yeah, I'm just gonna change the table real quick. Right, now, on to round 5. See what we see on the table here. Exeter are surprisingly top so far. We're back in we did, in fact, move us back in to the top 4 in the 3rd. Overall, pretty solid. Anyway, so Northampton versus Saracens. That'd be a good away day. Don't know if depends on the price on that. Might be able to do that. But anyway, Northampton Saracens. I'm going to say this is when Northampton managed to kick in. Albeit, I don't think Saracens will lose this one. I feel like 26, 23. They're just going to lose, 24. They're just going to lose that. It's going to be a really tight game. And I think we will prevail in the end. So on that, Exeter Gloucester. I'm going to say 32. 22. 25. They have brought in good. Both teams have brought in very good recruitment. Good new players. Harlequins, Newcastle. I'm going to go with 12. Because it's Harlequins, inconsistent as ever. And we love how they're inconsistent. Wish they were less inconsistent and more just terrible. But you get what you get. We'll have what am I on about? I'll go 25. Bath, Bristol, proper derby. I think Bristol win this. This is always high scoring. What I'm like giving that, I'll give 38. 29, 38. I'm going to go with that. Do you know what? 31. Even higher. Leicester Sale. Oh, it's going to be tight. They're going to have... It's going to be frustrating for the Leicester because So we'll get 23. So I'm just going to add up all the points. Let's see what the table's going to be before those pesky international breaks. And so, here it is. Here's the table. We've got, somehow we've got the Scum at top on 18. Got us in third. I'll take that. That's a good spot for before the dreaded international break. The international break of absolute boredom. Got Newcastle at bottom, rock bottom. 5 losses, not even close. They've just got too much of a man to climb. You know, they're absolutely terrible unless they bring some serious quality in. They are not. They're probably going to go another year without a win, most likely. Then we've got Leicester in the bottom. Leicester, Northampton, dragging it out at 10. 10 points each. Overall, which shows that, again, there's certainly, it's a very level playing field apart from Newcastle, which I guess is an advantage. You notice that a lot of teams have either 3 wins or 3 losses, so i.e. losing and winning about equally. 50-50 win rate. Let's see. A goal, I think, for us, Saracens this year, is to have a perfect time record, at least in the league and certainly in the cup. So, see here, all of our home games. I've not predicted that to happen. So we got to get our stuff together. Got to get our caps on. Got to get our work right. Honesty, work rate, humility. Honesty, work rate, humility. Discipline. Consistent throughout the season. None of these rubbish. I don't want to rock up to the Stoneheads for the first game of the season and say this rubbish. This is not going to happen. And where else? We've got a home game. This is more what I want to see. Ideally, less points on that. The Stoneheads should be a force to be reckoned with, or a fortress. Because it is. It's meant to be a fortress. But anyway, can't have these lot in here. But here it is. All of it in its glory. So, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.